So, Coach, you guys give up just 47 points per game, sixth best in the nation in that category. How would you characterize your defensive philosophy and your intent on the defensive end as a team?
Well, I think as a whole, our commitment is to defense and rebounding, and I've been at this long enough to understand that they won't remember to do everything you ask them, but they'll remember what you emphasize. And so for us, we emphasize defense and rebounding. We are going to try to do our best to force opponents into a low percentage shot, and then work hard on the boards to give them just one. And that's our philosophy every possession, and it's worked pretty well for us this year.
Those who look at your schedule might say, look, this team hasn't played maybe as strong of a schedule on paper as some other teams in the tournament right now. What's your response to that criticism? Because you did play a good SUNY New Paltz team twice this season. What's your response to that?
Yeah, I think strength of schedule is a bit of an overrated statistic. For us, it's not about who we play; it's about how we execute. And you can go and you can look at New Paltz, and we beat them twice, and here they are in the Sweet 16 as well. And so if that number really means something to people, then so be it. We just try to worry about what we do and not focus on that stuff.
You guys are led in scoring by Duran, but you're pretty even in scoring across the board. Pretty balanced offensive attack. Can you talk about that?
Well, I think that's the strength of this team, is that they share the ball well, they trust each other, they move the ball well sideline to sideline, putting pressure on the defense. And that's been a philosophy that's worked for them. They embrace it, and when you got 5 players on the floor that are all willing to make an extra pass and to benefit the team, then you've got a pretty good culture going, and we're happy about that.
Given what you guys as a program have been through the last year plus off the court, what's this journey been like this year, making to the Sweet 16 with this team specifically?
Well, it's been great. They're a tremendous group of young ladies, really enjoyable group to be around, which makes this much more enjoyable. With that said, over the last 7-8 years, this program's gotten to a point where they expect to compete for conference championships every year and put themselves in a position to participate in the NCAA tournament. We were here in the Sweet 16 just 2 years ago, so a lot of these players, or a number of these players, have been here before, so it's not as much of a shock or a huge issue for them that it's their first time. I just think that as a whole, they've gotten this program to a place where they expect to be here. Now, with that said, yes, they've overcome a lot of adversity over the last 12 plus months, adversity that you wouldn't want anybody to have to go through, nonetheless something to go through while you're in college. But I think ultimately part of our success comes from the bond they've shared through that, and they've chosen to move forward through the adversity, and they've done it together, and I think that togetherness has only made them stronger on the court.